This nigga told me he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts, nigga. You need more proof, nigga? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. We're not signing, nigga. Cause I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that, nigga.
That Biggie got killed. He said that after Biggie got killed, over 70 Bloods went to his hotel room looking for him to try to kill him. And he said that she was the only one that came to his hotel room to get him.
Well, Mase, you know, was from Harlem. And when I seen Mase driving around in California with Stevie J and this other guy in a drop-top white Benz, you know, I flipped on him.
First off, the beef between Diddy and Mase is practically legendary in the industry at this point. Mase was one of the biggest stars on Diddy's Bad Boy records back in the late 90s. We're talking about the peak of Bad Boy's reign in hip-hop. Mase helped Diddy build his empire with hit albums like Harlem World. But behind the scenes, oh, it was shady as hell. According to Mase, Diddy made millions off his back, and Mase never saw the money he was owed. Now here's where it gets even messier. Mase has been telling people for years that Diddy was holding his publishing rights hostage, refusing to sell them back unless Mase coughed up $2 million.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I know Mase, he spoke out about Diddy house getting raided. If you can, right, because he got the show with Cam, and a lot of people, they don't know about the history between Mase and Diddy. Let the people know how Diddy did him dirty, if you don't mind.
From what I know, I think that Diddy wasn't teaching Mase the business. You understand? He was using Mase as other artists to write rhymes on other people, write songs on other people's albums, on his album, and taking their talents and stealing their publishing on different albums and different records. Prime example, Mase wrote that Bad Boy joint. I ain't even see him at the premiere because I believe Diddy owned most of the publishing on that, which ended up being a big record that went over to movies. I think Mase was upset the fact that when he learned the business, he saw how Diddy had robbed him. He had took the glory for the albums, the music, and all the records that he had did. And he got pennies for it. You understand? 8,000 here, 10,000 there. You understand? When the record go platinum, Diddy's getting 200,000-300,000 and only gave him pennies for writing a song. Getting points on publishing that he didn't even deserve. So Mase learning the business and knowing the business, it led him to be upset. Diddy was teaching him wrong, like Diddy was teaching him not to even speak to people, brother. You understand what I'm saying? Mase used to come up in there, yo, what's up, how you doing? He had that Harlem smile. You know what I mean? Like he happy, he's shining. Cause, you know, he had a lot of jewels that the other artists didn't have. He used to come up in the studios, he used to come places fly. Did he tell him, yo, you ain't gonna never be famous because you always speaking to people. Let them speak to you. I seen Mase stop speaking to people. When I told him, man, don't listen to that nigga with that old dumb shit. Be you. But he found out after Big died and Puff left his ass out in California, he knew only Puff was for self. So Mase and them didn't have what these kids have now with the internet, with the YouTubes, to learn the business themselves or listen to somebody teach them the business and stuff to watch out for. It was word of mouth or somebody sitting you down or you hiring a lawyer back then to teach you what you're supposed to know by representing you. So Mase has every right to be upset with Diddy because Diddy really stole his legacy in the music. See, what you gotta understand this is that a lot of those kids learned the business after they signed their contracts. They learned the business after they was in the business for 3 or 4 years. So now, when they learned the business and they was doing, sitting right there, writing a whole record, a whole song, right? And Diddy was like, yeah. Here, take this, take that. Give them 10,000 for that one song that they wrote. And that song goes platinum 2 or 3 times. And he get the 25% for being the writer on that because they wrote the song and gave it to him. And he's on as the publisher, as the writer. You understand what I'm saying? He getting a percentage of the writing that was done, and all he gave was 10,000. They learned they learned later in the business that they was do that publishing. He shouldn't have got the percentage that he got on there, because he gave them 10,000, 5,000, 8,000 for writing it. So now they learned the business late. And when they learned the business, they seen how wrong that he was doing them. Even though the music people want you to say, well, we're taking a chance, we're taking a thing. Yo, listen to me, man. You wouldn't be there if you think that you wasn't talented and they could sell records off you and using your talents. They've seen enough people that come through. So you writing all those hits and you not getting the money from them. How many years Mase didn't get the money from Bad Boy that they used on Will Smith and them Bad Boys? I went to the premiere with Puff. Mase wasn't even there.
Mase put Diddy on blast, accusing him of being a hypocrite. Diddy likes to get on his soapbox and preach about black excellence and empowerment, but Mase said that was all cap because Diddy was out here robbing his own artists blind.
Also, this girl that was 17 at the time, she say that, you know, I guess her and Diddy was having relations and he couldn't get off. So he was complaining to her one time that, you know, he couldn't get off, and for him to get off, she had to pinch his nipples real hard for him to get off. I mean, yeah, man, this lawsuit is wild, man.
She should have had on white polish, fingernail polish. No, man, we shouldn't be laughing about that, man, you know, because she is a victim. You know what I'm saying? She is a victim, man, and if this is her victim story, we got to be more, I think, more compassionate. She was 17 years old at the time. She was fascinated by that whole thing, getting on a G4, G5 jet, you understand? And what was her parents, man? What was her daddy, her mama? They didn't miss their child? She didn't come home that night? I don't know, man. I can't fathom the whole idea, man. But it's crazy.
When you hear about this stuff, right, like the 17-year-old girl saying that, you know, Diddy, he couldn't get off unless she pinched his nipples real hard, and you got Cassie saying that, you know, he'll make her look up BBCs and he like to masturbate while she get paid by BBC, you not surprised when you hear about this stuff, right?
Bruh, I knew about the butt plug fetishes because I saw that with my own eyes. I knew about him and Kim being swingers with other people, whether it was another male or another woman or a male and a woman together. I saw that with my own eyes. You got to realize is that after 2005, I didn't see anything that Puff was doing or what he didn't do. Puff had got addicted to opioid, and being addicted to those things bring other drugs on. I seen Puff smoke a cigarette. I never saw him smoke a cigarette. He was on the beach smoking a cigarette on YouTube. Then I seen him, you know, smoking weed and drinking. I was like, that ain't the Puff I know. Drinking like he was and doing all like that. And that ain't the Puff that I knew. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta realize he had a certain respect around me because I was his OG from the same game. You understand? And he knew I was law enforcement. He knew I didn't play certain things. So he ain't gonna do what he do around other people in front of me because he knew I'm gonna check him on that. But what you trying to do? So to say that what he's being known for with Cassie, I can only equate to some of the things that I seen him and Kim go through. You understand what I'm saying? So people get mad, you know, but it is what it is. I can only equate his actions like that.
Crazy, man. So all this stuff about him having fetishes is true.
Oh, no doubt. Especially if he getting butt plugs in different flavors.
But speaking of butt plugs, right, I remember some years ago, Cameron, he did an interview and he told a story about how he went to Diddy house with Mase.
Yeah.
And he found the dildo in the sink.
I think that was crazy. I think that was out of, and then Mase said that was Puff's. I think he said Mase said that was Puff's, but Mase was in the bathroom with it. I don't know what that was all about, man, but that was real weird to me. That was crazy.
Crazy, man. But before we get off of that, right, I remember you told me a while ago that, you know, Mase, he used to live with Diddy, and he know a lot of stuff about Diddy that a lot of people don't know.
Man, it's a lot of stuff that Mase and Usher know that they ain't telling about Diddy. There's a lot of stuff that they know. Can you imagine, bruh? Can you really imagine?
What you mean by Usher, though?
Fast forward to today, and with Diddy neck deep in these lawsuits and criminal investigations, Mase is looking like a prophet. Diddy's legal drama, including the arrest over sex trafficking allegations and all the lawsuits from women claiming he mistreated them, has people revisiting Mase's claims and wondering if he was onto something the whole time. Because let's be real, if Diddy was allegedly this shady with his business, what other dirt was he hiding behind the scenes? Mase hasn't come out and said much since Diddy's arrest, but you already know he's somewhere shaking his head, thinking, I told y'all, this is the same man who accused Diddy of being the kind of guy who'd throw stones and hide his hands. According to Mase, Diddy built his empire on the backs of his artists and never gave them the credit or the money they deserved. And now with Diddy's reputation in the gutter, Mase is sitting back like, where was all this energy when I was warning y'all? Like and subscribe. We need to get to that 1K subscribers soon, y'all. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more breaking news.